I remember the day when Subway came out with a bunch of their fresh new breads. Today, we don't have quite that many anymore. We just are limited to 6 different options. And so today we're gonna tell you which one of these options is the very best. We've got 4 like regular type of breads, we've got a wrap, and we've got a flatbread. So we're gonna be rating each one of these out of 10, and we're gonna let you know which one we think is the very best and which one you guys should go for when you go to Subway next.
And one thing before we jump into the taste test, we just hit 1,700 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much. That is actually a lot of people. I mean, you see all these guys with like 1 million plus subscribers on YouTube, but if you think about
I
it,
wouldn't mind having that many.
1,700. That's a lot of people.
It's still a lot of people.
Thank you to everyone that subscribed to our channel. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, go ahead and do that because we post food reviews every single week.
So definitely thank you guys, and should we get started? Let's
do
pick our first one. I think we're going to be starting with this Italian herbs and cheese. And by the way, each of these is very simple because we're just trying to taste the bread here.
This is a sad sandwich.
We've got a piece. We got the child's 3-inch size for this, so we weren't spending like $1 million on this.
Yeah.
But we've got a piece of ham and a piece of provolone on each one of these.
Which honestly, I think that's kind of perfect because then you're getting a little bit of that sandwich experience, but you're still mostly tasting the bread.
All right, let's do it.
So like we said, we're starting off with the Italian herbs and cheese. I'm gonna try to make sure to get a little bit of meat and cheese in here just so it tastes a little better, but
that's right.
We're mostly focusing on the bread.
Oh. I do taste the herbs right away. Mm-hmm. They give it a nice flavor.
And I'm not sure about the whole cheese thing. Like, I'm assuming that's the cheese on there.
I think it is, yeah.
It's kind of like burnt into the bread or something. I'm not a big fan of that.
It's just baked a little bit in.
But do you even taste any cheese in that? I mean, the provolone, obviously, but in the bread.
I do taste... It's hard to tell if it's the herbs or if it's the cheese that's baked in there. Mm-hmm. But I actually do like it.
I do too. I like the herbs in it.
The bread is pretty soft. The herbs definitely make this more interesting than something just plain.
I'm going to go ahead and actually give that a 7 out of 10. I think it could be better, but it is pretty solid.
I think I'm going to go with a 7.5.
7.5.
Yep.
All right. That's a total score of 14.5.
All right, guys, next up we have the Hero bread, and this is actually a keto bread. And I read something that said that it didn't have any carbs. I'm not sure if that's true.
Whoa.
It doesn't really, yeah. The guy at the store said, oh, the Hero bread's actually pretty popular and is very spongy. He's like, you can definitely tell the difference. And yeah.
And isn't bread like mostly carbs? I don't know how you make a bread without any carbs, but.
It smells a little different.
Ooh, the texture on that is really nice.
It is
very
pretty cool.
soft.
A little bit chewy.
I actually do kind of like that for bread. The taste, though, it's not bad, but there's just something a little bit off about it.
I would say it has very little taste. In fact, eating this, I can't even taste the meat or the cheese.
Oh, I can, but what, you think it like soaked up all the flavor?
Well, I don't know, but it's almost like it's a tasteless sandwich. So I guess if all you care about is low carbs, then this is a great something to put in your tummy and give you some energy. But as far as taste goes, it's just kind of blah to me. But the texture is really good.
I think it's probably a little bit below average. I feel kind of bad giving it a 4.5 because I actually don't think it's bad. It tastes bad, but like I said, a little bit below average. So I am gonna give it a 4.5.
Okay, I'm going low because of the taste, but a little higher because of the texture, which puts me right at a 5.
Okay, so that's not even breaking 10 out of 20. That gets a 9.5.
Yikes.
Next up, we've got the multigrain bread. And I don't see multi-grains, I just see 1 grain right on the top there, so I don't think it really counts.
I see some grain in there, so I think this is like a wheat base with some little, I don't know, other pieces of grains in there. So I don't know, I'm hoping that it has a little bit more flavor than the last one, the keto bread. Let's see.
There's a little bit of sweetness immediately.
It kind of reminds me of the honey oat that they used to have. They used to have a honey oat, they don't anymore.
Okay, I think this bread is more for people that want to taste their bread on their sandwich.
Yep.
For me, it's all about the meat and the cheese and the other ingredients, so I'd prefer to just get a plainer bread with a better texture. But this one, you can actually taste the bread.
You can taste it, and it has kind of a healthy kind of flavor to it, which isn't necessarily bad, especially if that's kind of like what you do is health food. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I would say because it has more flavor, I'm going to say it's a little bit better than the Hero. So I'm gonna go with a 6 on that one.
All right, I'm gonna go with a 6.5. Not quite as good as the first one, but I think it is pretty good.
Okay.
So what is that, 12.5?
You got it.
What is this?
Well, let me tell you what it is. This is a wrap, and that's the next one that we're gonna do, because we wanted to get every single bread option that they had.
I feel like provolone and ham might not be the best fillings for this one, but
it is kind of cheating because they couldn't do like a child size, and so they put more meat and more cheese in this. So you've really got to like use your mental
focus on the breading part.
Strength, to just focus on the tortilla part, or whatever it's called, wrap.
I think it's a tortilla.
I mean,
I'm sure it goes well with some things.
Well, like you were saying before, though, if really what you care about is the insides, then this might be the perfect option.
No, I don't know, because it really does have a taste, I feel like. Even though it is thin, it does have a distinct taste.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know that I love it.
It's not very good.
I don't like it that much. This is going to be the worst one so far. And like I said, I'm sure this does go well with some things.
Yeah.
But we had to be consistent, and we're getting ham and provolone in all of these, so that's what we had to do for this one. I'm going to give that... And I am trying to not let the ham and the provolone influence it too much. Just the tortilla alone, though, I'm giving that like a 3.5 out of 10.
Oh, wow, that's pretty bad. I think because, I mean, the flavor isn't great, but there's not much there, so you don't actually taste it a lot. At least I don't. So I don't think it's too bad, and it does allow you to taste the other stuff that's inside. So just in terms of like, is it a good choice or not? I'm gonna go right down the middle again. I'm gonna say that's a 5 for me.
5? Okay, well, that's the worst one so far. An 8.5 out of 10. I mean, out of 20. Wow.
Out of 20.
That is really bad. Next up, we've got Italian, or as I like to call it, white bread. I think Italian is just a fancier way of saying white, but...
Well, there is an Italian bread that it is white, but it does have, I guess, a distinct flavor.
Okay. This is the best one. Come on.
It's nice and chewy.
In my opinion, yeah. Texture is good. The taste is exactly how I want it, because there is a little bit of a taste there, and it is a good taste, but it's not too overpowering. You're still going to be able to taste the ingredients inside.
What is that flavor?
Bread?
I'm trying to think of like what the taste is. Thinking maybe just a tiny bit sour.
Sour
Taste? No.
like sourdough.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, I don't think of it as a sourdough, but if anything, maybe that's kind of a little bit of the flavor.
I kind of understand that, but I mean, I don't know if you like this one the best, but this is by far the best for me.
This one is just kind of like what you think of as just a regular sandwich. It tastes good. There's nothing fancy about it.
What are you giving it?
I'm trying to think if I want to go better than the Italian herbs and cheese, or...
I don't think you can get much better than this one. I'm going
to give it the same, 7.5.
I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Dang, dude!
Yeah, that's a pretty high score right there.
So a total of 16.5 for that one. All right, guys, we got the last one here, and this is flatbread.
Kind of looks like a pita bread to me.
It does, yep. Or like a huge cracker. I've never had this one.
A very big cracker. That's soft.
I've never eaten this before there, so it's kind of thick.
I'm trying to decide what I think about it. I don't know. I think I like it, and then I don't really like it, and then I like it. I like it and dislike it for different reasons.
It's too starchy or something for me.
Yeah. I'm kind of noticing that too.
Well, I would say I don't really like the flavor. I do kind of like, it's kind of fun that it's flat like that. But I don't like the flavor too much. The chewiness is kind of cool. I like the texture. It's pretty good, but I just don't like the flavor very much.
I actually think I would want this to be thicker, because I actually do like the flavor.
Oh.
And I think if it was a little bit thicker, you'd get more of the taste, and that would be a good thing.
You know what? I'm trying to think if I like this one the least. I may like this one the least.
Not for me. Definitely not the least. But also definitely not the best.
Yeah, that's a 4 for me.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to give that a 6 because I think it's a little bit above average.
What? All right, so that one got a 10. All right, so we've rated them all. We've determined which one is the best.
Let's get our paper out and tell the people which one's got first to last.
All right.
Or should we go last to first?
Let's do last to first.
Extra
That's like super, yeah, because they didn't like watch while we were doing it, so they have no idea. All right, last place was the wrap. I got 8.5 points. And then next was the hero, which, okay, I'm kind of surprised about that one, especially since the guy at the store said that one's pretty popular. I got 9.5.
And I, for some reason, what did I give that?
You gave it a 4.5.
Oh, I guess I didn't love it that much. Okay.
All right, the flatbread was next with a score of 10, followed by the wheat bread for 12.5. And then the Italian herbs and cheese got 14.5. And of course, our winner was the
white bread, or
white
the Italian bread.
Italian, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't know if I'm too surprised by that. It kind of makes sense to me with those ratings.
Yeah, I guess we probably could have predicted some of those at least, especially like the white bread. Like, yeah, just regular good old white bread.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments what your favorite Subway sandwich bread is, because we're interested. Maybe you disagree, maybe you agree.
Yep.
If you're boring like us, you like the white bread the best.
Right.
But maybe you like to mix it up with some spices.
Yes.
Or some hero bread. Thank you guys for watching this taste test. If you enjoyed it, leave it a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We'll see you next week.
See ya.